David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So at the moment, this very Monday, I'm tossing up whether I should take on a little bit of work. I mean like construction work. Work, people actually consider work. No one considers comedy a fucking job until you're earning $1 million a fucking year. Even though I turned a profit in the Melbourne and Sydney shows, no one wants to call it work. No one's going to call it work until my whole family retires from the money I'm earning. Up until then, I'm just having a little muck around at everybody else's expense. I think I made like 2,500 in the Sydney and Melbourne shows. Maybe less. I think less. I think maybe it was 2,000. But yeah, I'm going to be in the UK at the end of July, and the tickets to the UK cost almost $2,000. And then I've got accommodation I need to pay on top of that, which is £900 for a month, which is pretty good, which is really good actually. I got sorted out by an Irish comedian I know. Him and his American comedian missus fucking hooked me up. Otherwise, I think it was going to cost me like £2,000. But anyway, £900 is still a lot of cashola in Australian dollars. It's almost 1,800 Australian dollars. I think it is 1,800 once all the fucking fees and shit come out. So there's almost $4,000 straight up, not to mention the registration fees I had to pay already, which was another like £600 altogether. So there's like 5,000 Australian dollars just to put on this fucking Edinburgh show. And then on top of that, there's fucking expenses. I need to buy food, I need to buy ketamine, I need to buy fucking all sorts of shit when I'm in Scotland. Plus, I got a few days in London, and I need to get from Scotland and back to London, and I need to get to Ireland and back at some point. It's going to start accumulating, so I was thinking maybe, and I don't really need to, I could probably scrape by, but I'd be putting the whole family under financial pressure. Everyone has to sacrifice. Kid, you're getting homeschooled. Baby, you're up for adoption. Wife, you're taking on another full-time job. Just to get me out to the fucking UK to do a couple of jokes. I mean, you make some money while you're out there doing the shows as well, but I would like there to be a little bit less financial pressure. So I'm thinking maybe I might take a couple of days work here and there on some fucking construction sites, see if I can bring in the money to cover my expenses so I don't bankrupt the family. That is the responsible family man taking over. Even though I haven't done any physical labor in over 2 years, although I would call an hour on stage physical labor. Like when I'm leaning against the mic stand, it doesn't look like I'm doing much, but the fucking wheels are turning. I mean construction physical labor. I'm not that keen, but I fucking had a little tiny look. I was like, I might dip my toe in the water, see what the temperature is, and if it's boiling, maybe I'll take 1 day of work a week. Maximum 2, or maybe 3 for like 2 weeks and then back it off to 2. I just want to earn $4,000 and just retire again. I've also got this thumb injury as well, which is not going to make it easy to work, but I'm willing to do a little bit of work, not a lot at all. So I'm thinking maybe I'll sign up to like one of those job agencies where you can just choose your work, or it chooses you. Would you like to work Wednesday? No, I wouldn't. I was planning on sleeping in Wednesday. What else you got? Thursday? Also not good for me. Tuesday? What's the weather like? Is it cold? If it's below 20, I'm not working. I just realized... I just fucking realized I don't even have any fucking work gear left. I fucking threw it all out when I went to India. I was like, I'm never ever working again. I just threw all my high vis out. I threw my boots out. I just fucking turfed it. Never again. So it's going to cost me like $300 just to get a job. A fucking hard hat. I need a whistle. If I'm going to do rigging or dogging or something like that, I need a whistle. There's $30 there. Fucking work boots, $150. This could be a fucking major hurdle. I don't want to spend money to get a job I don't want to do. I don't know. By the time I actually get around to signing up for an agency, get all my boots and all that stuff, I'll be in Edinburgh. But going back to work just for a brief stint, I mean like 2 months max, and 3 days a week, absolute max. It could be a possibility. Unless like fucking 50 or 100 of you sign up for the Patreon in the next like couple of weeks, then I won't have to worry about it at all. By the way, the links to the Patreon are on my website, boylecomedy.com. Sign up, it's only a pint a month. Anyway, we'll see how the old work situation goes. It's not like crazy, desperately I need a job. It's more like I just don't want my wife stressing about the money I'm going to fucking burn in the UK. Anyway, it's fucking Monday and it's that time again. It's time for an Ask Boyle. It's Ask Boyle time. So if you have any questions you need answered by one of the great minds of the generation, send them through my website, Drunk Dial. I don't know if it's working again. I fucking got a few drunk dials and I listened to them. There was fucking a couple of drunk cunts. There was a dude who asked me about Sam Harris's free will. And I was going to answer that today, but for fucking some reason, I can't access any of these things. Kev's going to have to get on the job again. But still try and send them through Drunk Dial on my website, boylecomedy.com. Any question, I don't give a fuck. I can answer them all. So anyway, this week's question was sent in by my man, Mr. Morgan, out there in the US of A. I don't want to say his full name or where he lives, just in case his in-laws are listening. So this is my man's question this week. It is, I was listening to you talk about new homeowners and the issue with interest rates. My wife and I currently rent our home from her parents, which is actually a sweet setup, to be honest. However, they really want us to buy the home in the near future because they are both going to be retiring and just don't want all that property on their hands. They also rent a home to my sister-in-law. I'm just torn. Like, maybe I need to go ahead and buy or try to milk that cow for as long as they'll let us. I mean, they aren't going to evict us, right? Well, my friend, you have come to the right place. Why you are even considering buying a house off your in-laws is insanity to me. You're in a no-lose situation right here. You're getting discounted rent at the moment. He's getting discounted rent at the moment. Of course he is. He's getting family rates. It's your Mrs. Parents. They're not going to kick you out. There's no way. Even if they do, you'll have enough time to find somewhere else. And the house is going to end up your wife's anyway. Why would you make a move on that? Even if they sell it from underneath you, they'll probably die before they spend all the money anyway. Then you take the money and use the money they didn't spend for a deposit on another house. Don't buy a house off your wife's parents. That's insanity. Just wait it out. Find out how their health is. Are you feeling good? When was the last time you had a checkup? What's that funny mole on your arm? What your wife's parents are trying to do, they're trying to fucking withdraw some money out of your inheritance. They're trying to make you buy your inheritance off you. These fucking boomer cunts, they're all the same. Hey, would you like to buy the house we're going to give you when we die? Because you need to start being responsible. You've got a family to look after. You should have a house. Yeah, we do. We're in it now. We're renting it for fuck all. And when you die, it's even more ours. Why would we buy it off you? We'll buy another property off someone else, pay that off, and then we'll still get this house. Unless there's like 7 kids in the family and it's just going to be a shit fight, backstabbing and all that sort of shit. That could be a nightmare. Or you say this. You say, we'll buy it off you for half the value. If it's 400,000, we'll buy it off you for 200,000. And then we'll use the 200,000 that we've saved to put you and fucking mum in a nice budget nursing home. And we'll use your rickety old hand to sign over the rest of the properties to us as well. That's what you do. Fuck these boomers. They're always trying to cash in. Their parents left everything for them, were treated fucking amazingly by their parents. Then they spent like 40 or 50 years fucking up the entire world. And now they're trying to fuck over their own kids. These fucking boomers threaten to burn down the house. Just say, if you even fucking think of evicting us, this fucking place is going up in flames. That's how you do it. Anyway, that'll do for tonight. If you're enjoying the podcast, give it a share around and I'll see you the fuck later.